Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever walked into a situation feeling completely dismissed, only to then witness, I don't know, a jaw-dropping reversal of fortune? Or maybe you've been the one who misjudged someone and then later it hits you, that aha moment that just completely flips your perspective.
Wow.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a stack of sources, pull out those essential nuggets, and really try to uncover the layers beneath. Today, we're looking at this really powerful narrative from a YouTube transcript. It's a story that peels back assumptions and kind of reveals the true weight of character.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how this, well, seemingly ordinary interaction in a gun shop becomes this masterclass in perception, prejudice, and real personal transformation. So our mission today is to explore this story, look at the subtle cues, the big reveals, and figure out what it teaches us about looking beyond first impressions, maybe even beyond our own biases.
Okay, so our story kicks off 9:04 a.m. inside Patriot Tactical. It's a gun shop, you know the type. Polished floors, gleaming rifles, smells like gun oil, maybe some burnt coffee. Picture Mitch Daniels, the owner, former Marine. He's holding court with his usual crew, older vets. It's that easy, familiar atmosphere where, well, everyone knows their place.
Right, and that setting, it's crucial, isn't it? It immediately signals this established order, a kind of culture, like the story says later. This is where you see those ingrained biases starting to play out, even before Anna steps in. The jokes, the banter, it all reinforces a certain idea of who belongs there.
Absolutely. And then, ding, the bell above the door chimes. A woman steps in, Anna Carter. Her appearance is, well, deliberately understated. Jeans, navy button-down, plain sneakers. Brown hair tied back, no makeup, no jewelry. Functional. She moves with this quiet focus, you know. Not trying to be noticed, but definitely noticing everything.
And this is such a critical moment for thinking about first impressions, right? Those mental shortcuts our brains take. So Anna's looking at the rifles, her fingers brush a Daniel Defense M4. She lingers on an FN SCAR, pauses at an MK12 SPR. The transcript says it's like she's listening to the rifle. Meanwhile, Mitch and his buddies are still joking around, about customers asking if silencers need batteries, that kind of thing. Only one guy, Calvin, described as a quiet Navy corpsman that's like a medic. He glances her way briefly. It's telling how her quiet competence is just totally missed by almost everyone else.
Yeah, totally. So she goes up to the counter, waits patiently outside their little circle. When Mitch finally acknowledges her, his tone is polite, sure, but distant. The transcript calls it the kind of voice that drew lines without saying so. She hands him this printed sheet. It's a request for a custom barrel replacement for an MK12 SPR. Charted for a Surefire OSCOM suppressor, 1.7 twist rate, match grade. I mean, these are very specific, high-level details.
Extremely specific, not something you just, pick up watching a couple of videos. And this is where that first misjudgment really digs in, almost instantly. Mitch's brow lifts. He just assumes it's for her husband.
Right.
And when she clarifies, nice and clear, it's for me, the guys just laugh.
Yeah.
Johnson, the one in the Don't Tread on Me shirt, jokes about her building a sniper loadout from Call of Duty.
Oh.
Another guy chimes in about YouTube videos again. Mitch hands the paper back, gives this condescending smile, and says something like, look, no offense, but this isn't pink pistol territory. What you're asking for, that's team gear, real mission stuff. Maybe bring in the guy who's actually going to use it. It's just textbook confirmation bias, isn't it?
Totally. He saw exactly what he expected to see. Reinforced his own ideas about who belongs and who definitely doesn't. Anna's response, though, is calm but clipped. I know exactly what I need, and I'm prepared to pay for the customization. But then, more chuckles from the men. She flexes her jaw, and there's this thin glint of metal dog tags. Again, only Calvin notices. Mitch's final shot. Maybe check out the airsoft place down the street. Might have something more your speed.
Wow.
She just holds his gaze for maybe a second too long, thanks him, and leaves.
And of course, the mockery starts as soon as she's out the door. Probably some cosplay thing, one says. See how she held that rifle like it was going to bite? But Calvin, the observer, he stays quiet. He senses something in her calmness, described as a strange aftertaste in the air, something they just didn't get yet.
Yeah, that calm, that lack of a big reaction from Anna, it probably just fuels their misjudgment more, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It didn't fit their script for how someone being dismissed should act.
Okay, so it's 9:11 a.m. Anna steps out. No fumbling for keys, no checking her phone. She just moves with that same quiet precision, gets into this black Suburban. Nondescript plates, government plates, kind of mud-caked, taps a contact. Ops coordination.
And this is where the story flips, right? From their perception to her reality. Her voice, which was soft before, loses its edges. It becomes clear, authoritative. This is Carter. Patriot Tactical declined their request. It's a non-starter. Then she adds, no, not hostile, just uncooperative, wrong culture. And she just calmly recommends rerouting the order through Command Depot 2. It's just, boom, efficient, problem-solving, shows her role, her competence, completely unseen by the guys inside.
Meanwhile, inside, Mitch and Johnson are still chuckling away, oblivious. Mitch actually tosses her spec sheet in the trash, doesn't even look at it again.
Unbelievable.
But Calvin, he can't shake this frown. He noticed how she wasn't thrown by the jokes, the condescension. The transcript says she just watched like someone used to waiting for people to show their real face.
Good line.
He saw the dog tags, the stance, the way she handled the spec sheet. Like, it wasn't her first rodeo explaining rifle needs to someone with less knowledge.
Calvin's quiet observation really stands out against the loud, instant judgments of the others, doesn't it?
It really does.
And it highlights that whole idea of selective attention. We often just see what confirms our beliefs. Calvin was the only one really seeing Anna, not just projecting his ideas onto her.
Okay, fast forward. An hour and 15 minutes later, 10:26 a.m., the bell rings again at Patriot Tactical. Mitch looks up, probably expecting another regular customer.
And here's where that narrative hook really pays off. Because what walks in, it's not casual at all. First guy, mid-20s, squared jaw, buzz cut, navy blue shirt tucked into coyote tactical pants, combat boots. Eyes calm, methodical, scanning. His shirt has the small worn patch over the heart, the gold trident. Navy SEAL emblem. No name, no rank, just presence.
Yeah. And he walks directly to the exact spot where Anna had stood earlier. Then, ding, the bell again. Another guy enters, identical uniform. Then a third, fourth, fifth, sixth. They just form this perfect straight line right in front of the counter. Evenly spaced. The whole room, which was full of chatter before, just drops into absolute silence. The vigil must have been incredibly powerful.
Oh, absolutely. You can picture it. Calvin straightens up by the ammo shelf, his eyes wide. Mitch just blinks, opens his mouth, his voice kind of falters. Can I help?
Then the second SEAL steps forward. Smooth, controlled, places a folded piece of paper on the counter.
And it's the exact same paper, the exact same specs Anna brought in.
Exactly. Johnson takes a step back. His eyes dart from the trident emblem to the men's faces. No expression, no tension, just purpose.
Mitch's mouth goes dry. The men don't say a word, but their presence, it speaks volumes.
That sheer unyielding professionalism is just this stark, silent rebuke of how the shop treated Anna earlier. Then, 10:31 a.m., the bell rings a seventh time. Anna steps through the door again. But this time, it's completely different. She's in full Navy service khakis. Insignia, rank pins glinting on her collar. Warfare qualification badges, precise, unmistakable. Hair in a regulation bun, crisp gait, steady eyes.
Wow.
And those 6 silent SEALs, they just shift in perfect unison, parting to make a path for her right to the counter.
The silence must have been deafening. Mitch's face, the transcript says, lost all color. Nobody's laughing now, nobody's moving. Anna walks right up to the counter, faces Mitch. Her voice is calm, projects clearly. Lieutenant Commander Anna Carter, I oversee procurement and equipment readiness for SEAL Team 5.
Bam. And it's not just about the rank reveal, is it? It's the complete dismantling of Mitch's whole worldview in that moment.
Exactly. The authority, the reality of her position, plus the silent, formidable team behind her, it just creates this huge psychological shift.
She nods towards the rifles on the wall. Your shop came recommended. Word of mouth. Reputation for detail work. Consistency. That's why I came here first. Mitch tries to speak, but nothing comes out. You can just feel the weight of his realization crashing down.
And she keeps going, voice level, explains the importance of her first request. The order I submitted this morning, mission-critical components, suppressor threading, twist specs, precision compatibility.
I wasn't testing your knowledge, she says. I was giving your business an opportunity.
Then the SEAL, third from the right, steps forward, places 6 identical stripped rifles on the counter, all needing the exact work she asked for earlier.
She's not just asserting authority here, she's laying out the stakes, showing them the real cost of their assumptions, both in business and respect.
Then she adds, we've brought over $300,000 in parts and custom labor to suppliers across the Southeast just in the last fiscal year. We prefer working with veteran-owned places. Local. Personal. Puts a card on the counter. Our new armorer will take over the order. Thank you for your time. Just professional but devastating. Totally. And as she turns to leave, Mitch finally finds his voice, but it cracks. Lieutenant Commander, I didn't know. She stops, but doesn't turn around. No, she says. You didn't, because you didn't ask.
Oof. And then the last SEAL pauses at the door, delivers the final quiet blow. She's not just our equipment officer, she's a Navy Cross recipient.
Navy Cross. Wow, that's second only to the Medal of Honor.
Right. And before she outranked him, he adds, she was married to our commanding officer. Pulls the door shut, the room just stays still. Mitch is left staring at the card, fingers shaking.
That final detail, the Navy Cross, it just completely recontextualizes everything, doesn't it? It makes Mitch's error seem even deeper. She wasn't just an officer, she was someone of extraordinary valor.
Okay, so jump ahead again. It's late, 10:17 p.m. Hours later, Mitch is alone in the dim shop, sitting on a stool, just holding that card, staring at his wall of photos, Marines, unit flags. He always thought that wall meant something, like a tribute. But tonight, the transcript says it looks smaller. The silence in the shop now feels very different. It's reflective.
Yeah, and this brings up that really powerful question. What does it actually take for a deeply ingrained belief, a prejudice, to be genuinely challenged and maybe even changed? He walks over to the wall, touches a group photo, focuses on Captain Elena Moreno, his first female CO. He remembers being skeptical back then, assuming she'd falter.
Which she hadn't.
No. She ran the unit with calm precision, earned respect without chasing it. But he still caught himself thinking things like, she's good for what she is, or, nah, she's tough, considering. He winces remembering that quiet competence. The memory stuck, but he didn't know why until tonight. This is that cognitive dissonance hitting hard, right? His actions, his beliefs about himself, they're clashing. It forces this reevaluation.
So he goes back to the counter, gets his phone, calls the number on Anna's card, goes to voicemail. His voice is low but clear. Lieutenant Commander Carter, this is Mitch Daniels from Patriot Tactical. I just wanted to say I was out of line today. I didn't ask who you were, I didn't listen, and I didn't treat you with the respect you've earned.
Takes ownership.
Yeah. He acknowledges, been in this business 20 years, served 20 before that, thought I knew how to read people, but I was wrong about you, about a lot. He ends with, I know it's not enough to say sorry, but I want you to know I see it now. I see you. Thank you for your service and for the lesson. It feels like genuine remorse, not just trying to save face.
Definitely. And the shop feels different, the story says. He flips the sign, closed for personal reasons, turns off the lights, passes that framed motto near the door, judged not by appearance but by character, and adjusts it gently. For the first time in years, he locks the door not just out of habit, but with intent.
That's a powerful little detail.
It really is. It signals more than just words. It's that moment of humility, self-awareness, moving towards actual change.
Okay, next morning, Mitch hasn't slept. He's behind the counter, hands smell like CLP, gun cleaner. The custom barrel Anna needed sits in this velvet-lined box, polished perfectly. Every spec followed, measured twice, tested.
He put the work in.
Yeah. The bell chimes softly. Anna enters. Same jeans, same button-up, posture unchanged. But this time, other customers turn, make space. No one smirks. The whole atmosphere shifted.
Which raises that next question. How is trust really rebuilt? It's clearly not just about one apology, right? Mitch just says quietly, Lieutenant Commander, standing straighter. Anna replies, Mr. Daniels, you didn't have to come.
He gestures to the case. I spent the night on this. It's suspect, no charge. And he adds, not to fix what I did, just to do right by the request.
That's a crucial step, isn't it? Acknowledging the wrong, then making amends with a real, concrete action. It's kind of like restorative justice on a personal level.
Anna studies the barrel, practiced eye. Threads clean, finish smooth, gauge marks etched, gives a single nod. This is solid work. Mitch reiterates, I know trust isn't built in a day. I just didn't want to let it sit what happened yesterday. That's not who I thought I was.
And Anna's response is key. Her expression doesn't really soften, but her eyes don't harden either. She says, then it's up to you to make sure it isn't who you become.
Puts the responsibility right back on him for continued change.
Exactly. Then a regular, Thompson, steps in, offers Anna an apology too. Says, I saw the way you stood, the way you moved. Should have known, should have said something. Anna notes his 24 years in the Marines, says something like, then you do know, that's why I regret it. Powerful.
Yeah. Then Anna tells Mitch she'll report his effort. Recommends a small test order, 2 units, basic maintenance, standard calibration. But she emphasizes probationary, not symbolic.
Right. It's about proving consistency over time, not just one grand gesture. That's how you build trust back.
And Mitch vows not to miss this chance. I've got something to prove, he says. Not just to you, to myself.
And over the next 3 weeks, the shop actually transforms. The walls, once just male vets, now have framed pictures of women in uniform, including Anna.
Johnson, the loudest skeptic from before. Now he's setting up targets for SEAL team drills, talking about precision and discipline with this newfound respect.
Mitch watches it all, finds the shop calmer, more focused, more inclusive. It shows the shift wasn't just in Mitch, but in the whole shop's culture.
Yeah, the ripple effect.
And that's where the story really finds its depth, I think. It's not just about a business deal or one apology. It's about paying that lesson forward, actively shaping a new, more inclusive legacy. Even Johnson admits, I didn't get it before, but seeing you all work, the discipline, it changed how I see things. And Mitch agrees, it's not just about guns or gear. It's about respect for anyone who serves, no matter who they are. It really shows the power of modeling behavior, how one big experience can change a whole environment.
The transformation really culminates when Mitch asks Anna to do something unexpected. He'll host a military career day at the local high school.
Wow, okay.
And she agrees. They work together. Mitch emphasizes honor, respect. Anna speaks candidly about challenges, strengths for women in service. It's a huge change from the guy we met at the start.
Definitely. That's moving towards real systems change, not just personal change. He's trying to stop others from making his mistake, educating the next generation. And then comes the payoff moment. A young woman, Emily, early 20s, nervous, comes into the shop. She's joining the Air Force, wants to learn basics.
And Mitch, seeing her quiet resolve something he totally missed in the shop. Anna steps right up. You came to the right place, he tells her.
That's the moment.
He introduces her to Anna. Anna takes Emily aside, starts teaching her M9 fundamentals: stance, grip, safety. Tone is instructional, never condescending. Emily's soaking it all in. An hour later, Emily stands taller, thanks them. I was nervous walking in here, she says, but this helped more than I can say.
Anna encourages her, you'll do great. Just remember, respect the process, respect yourself, keep asking questions. Mitch adds, when you finish basics, stop back in. We'll have something waiting for you.
Nice touch.
Yeah. As Emily leaves, Anna and Mitch watch her go. Mitch says, she reminds me of someone.
Anna gives this faint smile. Maybe that's the point.
Perfect.
Mitch looks up at that motto again. Judge not by appearance, but by character. This time, the transcript implies the words feel earned, internalized.
I think we're on the right path, he says, adjusting the frame. Legacy doesn't always arrive loud. Sometimes it walks in quietly and leaves everything different behind. It's a beautiful full-circle ending, really ties it all together.
So what does this all mean for us? I mean, this deep dive into what seems like a simple encounter, it reveals this powerful truth, right? True character, real competence, often walks in quietly. It challenges our assumptions, our notions, and can leave this huge impact.
Absolutely. It's such a vivid reminder of those subtle biases we might all carry and the transformative power of humility, of being willing to really see other people.
Yeah, and connecting that to the bigger picture, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we make those snap judgments? Based on appearance or just some narrow expectation we have?
Yeah, what unseen character or, hidden competence might you be overlooking in your own life, in your interactions, just because maybe you didn't ask the right question or didn't truly listen?
What small shifts in our own perception could lead to a completely different outcome, not just for us, but for the people around us too?
Something to think about. Until next time.